Opponents want you to vote no on Proposition 23. They say if Prop 23 passes, it would put dialysis patients at risk. Tonight, we're digging into the claims to see how accurate they are.
Californians who rely on dialysis to stay alive. This political advertisement wants your attention.
Sponsors of this political ad say if you vote yes, then your life is at risk. How truthful is this?
We turn to Kim Nalder and Danielle Martin, both professors of political science at Sacramento State University.
The American Nurses Association California strongly opposes 23 because it would force many dialysis clinics to shut down.
In the official voter guide, the LAO actually lays out 3 different possible things that might happen if Proposition 23 passes, one of which would be that the clinics would negotiate with the payers higher rates, so with private insurance companies, for example. Second, they could continue their operations but at lower profits, or third, they could potentially close some clinics. The LAO makes clear that they honestly don't know, obviously, what would happen, but they do say that the least likely scenario is closing clinics. Overall, I'd say it's true that some clinics might shut down, but I trust the LAO, and they say that that would be the least likely scenario, and saying that many clinics would be shutting down is misleading.
We don't know for sure that they would shut down. It would impose additional costs on the clinics, and that they would have to have a medical doctor available all the time at the clinic. So they would have to pay that person, obviously. That would be increased costs. It doesn't necessarily mean that they would lead them to shut down. It's possible, but I don't think it's probably likely that that would be the outcome.
Claim 1, misleading.
Moving on to the second and final claim.
Protect me and 80,000 other dialysis patients. Please vote no on Prop 23.
Again, it depends on how many clinics actually would close if Proposition 23 passes. And again, the LAO reports that they don't think that that would be the most likely scenario. And it's also worth pointing out that Proposition 23 also would require any clinics that wanted to close to get consent from the state. And part of that consent would have to include some plans for how patients would get care, uninterrupted care as well. So trying to limit putting any patients in jeopardy.
That seems really to be a stretch. It's based on this idea that it would cost the clinics more to have the doctors there, and then they would shut down somehow or fail to do their jobs, which, is a stretch.
Claim 2, also misleading.
So who's paying for this ad?
This ad was paid for by No on 23, Stop the Dangerous and Costly Dialysis Proposition, sponsored by dialysis providers, nurses, doctors, and patients. Since January, this political action committee has spent more than $85 million. Some of that from contributions from Fresenius Medical Care and DaVita. Fresenius and DaVita, 2 giant corporations, which alone control 70% of the market.
Overall, both professors agree this no on Prop 23 ad is misleading. Brittany Johnson, KCRA 3 News.